Okay, welcome guys, you're watching Btekt, David here. Make sure you hit subscribe, smash the like button, and let's go. Also, please go and check out our new Btekt Amazon shop. The link is in the video description below. It's a carefully curated list of all the best technology and recommendations from us. Well worth checking out. We do earn a little commission every time that you buy something from there, so please go ahead and support us by checking out our shop. So the other day I was invited, just before IFA actually, the day before I flew out to IFA, I went to a really small press conference about a London-based startup company. They're called Btekt. They've only been in existence for 1 year, but they've already managed to produce their first phone, and that is the Pro 1. It's an unusual device with a slide-out full Qwerty keyboard. When I spoke to the creators of this phone, they said that they didn't want to make a phone that they thought everybody wanted. They wanted to make a phone that they wanted. They wanted to make their ideal phone, and this is the result. But before I get into the details, let me say a big thank you to Direct Mobiles. 24 years of award-winning customer service, a great place to look if you need a new phone. Check the video description below for their link or search directmobiles.co.uk. Physical keyboards, I think nowadays are a bit like Marmite. You either love them or you hate them. I think it's to do with what you grew up with. You know, if you grew up tapping on a physical keyboard, then this phone is probably going to appeal to you. But the slightly younger people who have always typed on glass will probably find it a little bit strange that this thing is still working with a physical keyboard. Unlike the Blackberry, which packed all the keys into the sort of portrait style, the usual way that you would hold the phone, this one, the keyboard slides out from the side, so there's much more room to push those buttons. There's one problem that I had with the Blackberry was that, you know, my fingers are a bit too fat for the keyboard. But this one gives you plenty of space, and it actually makes it quite productive. They've built in a lot of shortcuts in there as well, so any key can be assigned to any app, and you just long press on one of the keys and it will open the app. When the keyboard is deployed, the AMOLED panel sits at a 155-degree angle, so it's the perfect angle to just place it down on a desk and crack on and do some work. It's a Full HD Plus AMOLED panel, and it has a screen resolution of 2269 by 1080, 6 inches in size, and it has 66 backlit staggered keys. Having a layout like this actually makes it very good for using two apps at the same time, and they've taken that into account. Now, my initial impressions of this device was that it's actually really well equipped. We've got a 6-inch OLED screen, we've got stereo speakers, it has got 6 GB of RAM, 128 gigs of UFS 2.0 storage, and the microSD is upgradable up to 2 TB. There's a headphone jack, which is something that is being killed off left, right and centre nowadays. It's powered by a Snapdragon 660 and it has a 3200 mAh battery. For the camera, it has a Sony IMX363 12 megapixel sensor, so a pretty basic camera system, but I don't really mind that. This device is not for photography. If you want a phone that's good at taking pictures, then you have plenty of choice. This device is for productivity, so I really don't have a problem with that. One thing that does bother me slightly though is its construction. It's plastic, which in itself isn't really a bad thing, but to me at least, it didn't feel like it was a high quality plastic. Also, that sliding mechanism takes a little bit of getting used to. I'm sure there's a knack for it, but rather than it sliding out in a smooth motion, it kind of snaps into place. But it is quite a clever mechanism, although I do always worry about phones that have moving parts in them. Most people will probably think that this phone is a little bit gimmicky with its slide out keyboard, but for the serious productivity types, the people who, well, Blackberry users basically, I think that this, with its larger keyboard and its landscape display, which when it splits the apps, gives you a good portion on both sides to work with, I think they will actually find this device quite appealing. The only problem is the price. How much do you think a device like this would cost? Considering its plastic construction, considering the processor, well, it's going for £649. And I think that could be a bit of a sticking point for a lot of people. But then on the other hand, if you really do want a physical keyboard, what choices do you have? The last Blackberry device to be released was the red Blackberry Key 2, which was an updated version of the Key 2. Updated how? Well, they gave it a red color. Yeah, this device does give you a lot of RAM and, 2 terabytes of storage is, you can't really complain about that. But is it worth all that money? Well, we're just gonna have to wait until I get a review unit to really check it out properly. I think if they would have maybe used a different type of plastic or even a metal construction, then I can, you know, see it be worth that. But right now, I'm finding it pretty hard to justify that price. Anyway, that's it from me for today. If you enjoyed this video, then please smash the like button, leave me a comment, and of course subscribe for more Btekt. There's plenty of really interesting phones coming up soon on Btekt. The Mate 30 Pro launches next week. Friday, the iPhone 11 should be here. The Xperia 5 is on the way. There's loads of good stuff, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. Also, don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. It's at Btekt. And thanks for watching. My name's David. This is Btekt.